Hi everyone, welcome back to the Sports Breakdown and Sport Bit once again. So, what a victory by Chennai Super Kings today. They went to first in the IPL points table once again. Well done to Dhoni and Co. And yes, RCB somehow managed to win yet another thriller against Rajasthan Royals. Unfortunately, they've win twice in a row and two in a row for Kohli. So, so we have Varun joining us. Let's discuss about the CSK versus KKR match first. Varun, good win for CSK. I think 236 on the board. I think anyways 235. That was enough on that track. I think at Eden Gardens. I think they got overpower even. I feel. But
Mhm.
thoughts on the CSK batting? I mean, especially what are innings from Ajinkya Rahane? I mean, 71 of 29, the way that he batted, I think against especially the KKR bowlers got smashed. I mean, Chakravarti went for 13, Kulwan Kejolia also went for 15, Vise, Umesh all gone for runs. So your thoughts CSK batting? I mean, being really positive because I mean, I think they lost the first two matches. I feel I think sorry they lost two matches. I think in first three or four matches, and the way that they're coming back right now, CSK is just incredible.
So first of all, KKR won the toss and
Yeah.
they chose to bowl first. Now,
Mm.
as an SRH fan, I'm gonna take my game as example. Right, I think
Yeah.
we scored around 230. Just almost the same as them. By just looking at that, and I think they also played on the same surface today. They should have known to go with batting first because they have the depth and they have the players who have the capacity to score above 200. Right?
Mm.
But Kolkata picked to bowl and Chennai were put up to bat. I think the par score here is around 185, 190.
Yeah.
Going past 190 or 200 in any type of ground is obviously going to be a difficult chase. It's going to be a difficult chance for any team to win. You need to bring up your A game. Chennai Super Kings, they obviously did in the first innings. They scored 235 or
Yeah.
234, whatever it is, right? And I think that was game over right there.
Mm.
Any score beyond 210 in any ground in a T20 format is going to be one of the toughest chases you could ever play, right?
Yes.
And first of all, talking about Ajinkya Rahane,
Mm.
people say vintage Rahane is back. Vintage Rahane is back. We have never seen this kind of Rahane ever.
Mm.
Playing at a strike rate of above 200, above 250, right? That wasn't the vintage Rahane. This is the new Rahane. This is called a vintage Rahane. Now this is a start of something new from Rahane. What a player he's turned out to be. What a turnaround for him. And
Mm.
talking about Conway, he's again provided with a stable innings. He's
Yeah.
scored yet another 50. Ruturaj
Yes.
Gaikwad, he again looked in great touch. Shivam Dubey, the man looked in such good touch once again, continuing his form from the game against RCB.
Yeah.
Ravindra Jadeja, he's done his part in MS Dhoni. He doesn't need to do anything. If he just walks out onto the crease in any stadium, he's gonna get that noise, he's gonna get that applause, and whether he does something or nothing, it's gonna be a game-changing one. And of
Yeah.
course, the students made a good difference in the score in the scorecard as well. And
Yes.
talking about KKR, they did not have a good power play at all. They lost two wickets very quick up front with
Mm.
Akash Singh and Tushar Deshpande getting the openers, and it just didn't look going. They weren't going at all. KKR, they weren't looking to accelerate. They were just trying to defend the ball. They were just trying to get this game over with. They
Yes.
looked like they were nowhere in the game. I think Nitish Rana, Jason Roy, Rinku Singh, these guys kind of built an innings all together. But again, one or two players, or maybe a third as a fluke, they just can't win games with the same kind of players performing over and over and over again. Right? Even Andre Russell, look at him, man. I mean, this is not the Russell we know. Something's wrong. I think it's been a while since he's played some cricket as well, and he just came into the IPL. He's having injury concerns as well. Each and every game, he's having that injury, he's having the cramps, so he can't field, he can't bowl right, and now his footwork's wrong, he can't bat right, and he's so weak against the spinners this time around. So a
Hmm.
lot to look forward to Kolkata Knight Riders. They have a lot of holes in their lineup. Yeah, they have a lot of weaknesses. They have a lot of negatives to reflect on going into the next game.
Yes, I agree. Coming to CSK betting, Devon Conway's consistency has been brilliant. I mean, last season, I think he had this consistency, but then was dropped in the midway, I think, of the matches. I mean, Conway was,
Yeah,
I think, but this season I think they can't drop Conway with the way that he's performing. I think three or four fifties right now. In 7 matches, the consistency that he's showing, because Gaikwad is the guy usually who stepped up for CSK. Now it seems like Conway is also stepping up. So your thoughts, because the way that Conway is getting the start for CSK, it's enabling players, like it's giving confidence, like for Rahane, Dubey, even Jadeja now to score runs at a quicker strike rate with the kind of platform that the openers are giving.
yeah, so that was the point I was coming to. He's not just scoring runs, but he's scoring them at a high rate. Look at the
Yeah,
strike rate today, 140. Look at the
yeah.
strike rate against RCB was around 180, 190. Look at the
Mm,
strike rate against SRH. It was around 120, 130 in such a small chase as well, so that's not an issue. Right? So I think he's got 450s in a row right now. 450s in a row, that's 200 runs right there. And that's not such an easy thing to do. And Conway, he's proving his worth right now. I think he's made his name in the IPL. He's become a star instantly after being put up in the top of the order. And he got chances consistently now. Not like last year, he played the first 1 or 2 games and then he got dropped, and then he got back for the last 3 or 4 league games, right? He's playing consistently now, and you can see what he's bringing onto the table. So good for Devon Conway and good for CSK and good for Ruturaj Gaikwad as well, right? Because he did not have a consistent opener with him, he did not have a consistent partner with him last year, and that's one of the major reasons why he failed last year. Now
mm,
he has a consistent partner which he can rely on, so they can both, if they want they can go aggressive, if they want one can go aggressive and one can just rotate the strike.
agree. Yeah. And also thoughts on Shivam Dubey, because a lot of people were saying that, yeah, even in previous lives that I did, I mean, guests were saying that Shivam Dubey should be dropped. He has no place in the playing 11, because his role, I think even commentators, when he walked out to bat, also said that Shivam Dubey has no place in this playing 11, should be dropped. He has no identity in this CSK team. But 50 or 21, I don't think right now he can be dropped with the way that he's playing, because I mean, even though he comes at number 4, number 5, number 6, wherever he comes, Shivam Dubey, he somehow manages to score some runs and make some impact for CSK today. So your
Yeah,
thoughts on Shivam Dubey? And I mean, yeah, there are reasons that are saying that, I mean, Shivam Dubey, he can be dropped, but the way that he's making impact when they're saying those, and I mean, the role that he's playing right now is crucial for CSK, and that's why I
Mhm.
think Dhoni is backing these youngsters. This is the good thing about Dhoni, is giving chances for players like Shivam Dubey. Now Matisha is being given chances. Deshpande is being given a continuous run. So that's why I think CSK right now winning matches, because CSK is, MS Dhoni is backing them
Yeah.
continuously.
So I think with Shivam Dubey is, I think he performed in Mumbai, he
Yeah.
performed in Bengaluru, and he now performed in Kolkata. And what's the three similar parts in all of these? They're belters of pitches. Right. Even in Bengaluru, you can see those small boundaries, first of all. Small boundaries. And they're the stadiums which get a lot of runs. Bat
Yeah.
first, bat second, doesn't matter. You get a lot of runs. And Shivam Dubey is obviously taking advantage of that. The ball is coming right onto the bat, bouncer or no bouncer. It doesn't matter whatever weakness he has, he's just making them fly out of the park. And that's the kind of advantage of these kind of players. When you have small boundaries, they can take advantage of it, right? And he's still a young man, and he looks to go big almost each and every ball. And that's the kind of role CSK has given him, and that's the kind of role that he wants to pursue as well. So Shivam Dubey, I think he's done justice to his role in those kind of pitches. But if you go to pitches such as Hyderabad or Chennai or Punjab, those kind of pitches where things start to slow down just a bit, I think Dubey might just suffer a bit because of the bouncer techniques that bowlers can
Hmm.
get.
Yes. All right. Let's get into the KKR bowling. I mean, especially David Weiss coming this playing 11. I mean, it was going to happen obviously with the way that I mean both I think today I think both this guy I think Nitin Das was dropped and then they didn't bring back
Hmm.
Gurbas, and now they've gone with David Weiss. They've not even opted for Tim Saudi or Lucky Ferguson with the way that they're playing. So your thoughts? I mean,
Yeah.
especially I don't know because Andre Russell right now he's a hit and a miss right now. At certain times he can make impact. Now he's not the Russell that we used to know. So your thoughts, Varun?
The thing with KKR, SRH, and DC is the management doesn't know what they're really doing right now.
Hmm.
Because with all of our losses, with all of our inconsistency problems, right, the management is shuffling the orders of the teams. They're bringing in new impact players, they're bringing in new substitutes, they're bringing in new players into the 11, which is causing a bit of a hectic planning in the circuit as well, even in the dugout. Right. So you got in David Weiss when you had someone like Tim Southey, as you said, he's experienced, but you still got in David Weiss, and you bring him so low in the order, and even when the game is done, so he's not going to be any of use there. Even his bowling is subpar, right? We can't really rely on him in bowling. He's made a name for himself more in the batting arena more than in the bowling arena,
Yes.
right? And you're bringing him this slow in the order, it's not the right
Hmm.
choice. And Jason Roy, talking about him, he's done well. Of course, he's supposed to be an
Hmm.
opener,
Yeah.
right? And he's sort of weak against spin, but on this kind of pitch, he did succeed, and that's good for Jason Roy because he's had a bit of a rough patch coming into the IPL, and he's made a name for himself again,
Yeah.
right?
Agree.
Andre Russell, he's not the Andre Russell we used to know. Whenever he steps out onto the crease, he starts to limp. He starts to limp back to the pavilion.
Hmm. Yes.
So whenever he takes the run up, whenever he has the ball in the hand, whenever Rana gives the ball to him, and he starts to run up and he starts to twirl his hand just a bit, he starts to limp on the on the pitch as well.
Agreed. Yeah.
So he's having a few injury problems, and KKR would not like to mess with that because he is a valuable
Hmm.
asset. I think it's because of the bowling performances that he's doing, it's affecting his batting as
All
well.
right. We got Madhur joining us. Madhur, I have to ask why. I don't know why they've gone back with Sunil Narayan opening. I thought this experiment is over. I mean, a season ago or 2 seasons ago. I didn't expect this from Chandrakant Pandit doing this sort of stuff again. Bring Sunil Narayan to open over here. So your thoughts? Because I mean, Gurbas was doing well. Now they're dropping Gurbas. Now they're bringing in David Weiss. Then that Litton Das isn't backed anymore. Jason Roy is coming and batting at number 5. Yes, he made an impact, but he could have done that whilst opening also. So what are KKR actually doing? I don't know. They're doing the same things that SRH also doing with the batting. I mean, worse than SRH right now with what the KKR are just messing up their batting order like hell right now. So your thoughts, Madhur? Yes, Madhur. Yeah,
Hello, 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 hello,
yes, we
hello.
can hear you. Yes, that's all.
Yeah, I don't know what KK are doing. I think they need to change something in their level. Last game against us, we saw that they make four changes. Now they bring David Weiss and Jason Roy. I think that Jason Roy is good in this team, but the middle order is really Um, Venkatesh Iyer, he fired in the Mumbai next game. He didn't fire. So I want Venkatesh, Nitesh, Rinku. Rinku is firing a good, but Sunil Narayan, terrific.
See. One thing. When Jason Roy was brought in the middle order, as because at that time he was suffering from an injury.
Ritam
Therefore,
copycat.
you, huh? What?
Miss Markram joined. Miss Markram joined. Yes. Okay. Continue.
Away MS Marklam, not a means Marklam, idiot.
Uh, अरे
Abbe,
don't put copyright.
don't
Hey,
do.
don't put copyright music
Don't,
here.
don't, don't,
Hey,
don't, don't, don't.
this. Okay, continue, Madhur. I put now. Continue.
Ritam copycat.
Hey, under 5 seconds, it's okay, man. Under five
Okay, now
seconds.
continue. I'll add rhythm after 10 seconds. Okay. Anyways, continue. Madhur, can you talk? Can you speak? What were you saying?
Yeah, my words are over. Now we can switch.
Right.
Abbe, Varun did that, not me, idiot.
Okay,
Rhythm
anyways,
copycat.
guys, can we continue now? Okay, let's
Yeah,
let's
yeah,
get
yeah,
into the
yeah.
comment section here.
Rhythm
Gaurav
copycat.
says, um, okay. Impressed with Patirana, how he bowled today. Good variations. I think no need of Magala further. Varun, thoughts on that?
Patirana, I think even from a last game against Sunrisers, he's had a lot of variations. He's had a fast ball, he's had a slower ball, and he's bowling the cut as well, right? He's getting the length right, and he's bowling it right onto the stumps as
Yeah.
well. He's been economical. He's been getting the wickets. He's been getting the breakthroughs which CSK does need. And with the kind of bowling lineup they have, they need a young talent. They need that exuberance in the squad,
Mm,
and they got it somewhere at 9, 10, and 11 spot where they can get a young Sri Lankan fast bowler, a Malinga like bowler who can get that excitement in for the camp and excitement in for the audience as well. So he's doing good for his role, and I don't think Magala is needed anymore.
mm.
I think Patirana, he's doing justice to his role where he is right now.
Yes. We have Kunal here saying KKR always changing opening combination. Ritam, your thoughts on this?
Yeah, today I got the stat that KKR have changed the opening spot 5 times this season. Wow.
Rhythm
They do
copycat.
not have a.
They've changed it almost 14 times last season.
Ayush, where are you?
Ah,
You should have joined the live to counter
On,
this.
Ah,
honestly, I will say
rhythm
go open
copycat.
with Venkatesh Iyer and Jason Roy. That will be your best spot.
Rhythm
Venkat,
copycat.
copycat one.
You,
Sarcastic
you,
says, I
you
love
rob,
MS Dhoni.
you
I love MS
copycatted my
Dhoni.
image in
I
your
love MS
profile.
Dhoni too, sarcastic.
Sarcastic. No,
Yes.
who is.
Abhinesh saying Rhythm on the cam. Yes, Rhythm's always on the cam.
Are,
Yeah, Miss
MS
Markram.
Markram.
Miss Markram on
Mark,
the
we have
camera.
Aiden Markram joining us anyway, so no worries.
No,
Keep that.
we have MS Markram, Mahendra Singh Markram.
yeah, that's
Arey.
why.
But coming back to Madhur, coming to the batting, I think only Rinku is stepping up. I mean, yes, Jason Roy came at number 5. He scored what he can today, but Rinku actually has been the consistent batsman this season for KKR. Stayed until the end, no partners to help him out. So concerns for KKR right now: Nitish Rana not firing, Venkatesh 100 and then not playing. I don't know why they're changing the opening combo. That's why they're losing. Then Andre Russell not stepping up. We say today first match, so lot of issues for KKR right now with 4 consecutive losses for KKR.
Yeah, every season we saw KKR losing 4 or 5 games continuously. So it's for the in their 11. Why they are not changing? And
Hmm.
obviously they are messed with their fans like Ayush.
Yes, sarcastic here says Varun, big fan. I love SRH. Yes, let's get to Abhinesh here. Few words about Jagadishan as opener. Let's go with Varun.
Jagadishan, I think he's done well in the domestic season. And Pandit,
Yes,
right? That's the
yes,
coach's name.
yes.
Hmm.
Pandit. He's a domestic coach basically, and he observes everyone in the circuit around him. Tamil Nadu player Jagadishan, and he's had some good stats in Eden Gardens as well. He's has some runs there. He has a strike rate of over 140, and I think based on those kind of stats, KKR picked him in the auction. I think for a few games he's given a bit of a cameos opening, but he's not being able to convert them into half centuries or somewhere around 75s or 80s, and that's what you expect from an opener, and especially when you're playing in a venue like Kolkata, right? You can see how SRH bat, you can see how CSK batted right now, and if Jagadishan isn't really replicating what the other openers are doing
Hmm.
in his home ground right now, it's gonna be tough for KKR to get that good start and to get that good power play score in, because not every time can Nitish Rana or Jason Roy hold you from the other end. You need someone
Hmm.
else to back you
Hmm.
up,
Yes.
right?
Hmm. Coming to Rhythm, who are the ideal openers for KKR in the next match, and who should they stick with throughout the tournament? We are changing subject.
See, I can't predict it well. Well, one thing is sure, Jason Roy is going to be in the playing 11. He's performing for the last 2 matches, as you can see. The second opener is going to be the big question. There are several options: Gurbaz, Jagadish, and Liton. And if you want, we can open with Venkatesh Iyer also. But don't ever try to open with this Sunil Narine because this experiment has failed. And please don't ever try this again, KKR management. Today there's another case because yeah, yeah, yeah.
Why are you crying, man? It's good for Mumbai Indians, right? If you play against
Mumbai is
KKR,
not
if Sunil Narine is opening, it's good for you.
Mumbai is not facing KKR
Yeah,
anymore.
Pawan, what is this M? Runs,
Huh?
balls, and M. What is this M?
Who?
Huh?
Huh?
Minutes. Sorry, okay, minutes.
Minutes.
Yes, continue. Yes. Kunal here says, I think Gurbaz Roy is a good option. Yes, I do agree with that. Then the problem is then the two overseas slots are gone, and perhaps I mean right now Andre Russell, if they drop Andre Russell in the playing 11, that will cause a huge rift in that
Sir, what
KKR.
is even Russell doing? What is Russell even doing? Nothing contribution, no contribution at
But if
all.
Russell gets dropped, you know what happens in the dressing room, right? With KKR, with the personality that he
Narayan,
has,
Narayan
especially.
hit zero run in 4 minutes.
I think in such drastic situations that KKR is in right now, they have to take drastic measures. Right. Andre Russell, I think from the past 6 or 7 games that they played right now, he hasn't performed a single time.
Hmm.
So you need to take those measures, and if you need to get a strong lineup, as I said, those openers are not performing anytime
Yes.
soon. Maybe Venkatesh Iyer, he scored 1 century, and that also came to a losing cause. Forget
Hmm.
that game. Openers aren't performing here. You need consistent openers. Roy is performing. He performed opening and at what number 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Number five.
Right.
Yeah.
Gurbaz, he's a pocket dynamo. He can perform in the power play. He can score around 35, 40, and then get the hell out, go to the pavilion. No one gives two
Yes.
shits.
Agreed.
Roy can
Hmm.
stay. Gurbaz can go, and the other people like Venkatesh Iyer, Rana, then they can continue, and then they can get to scores around
Hmm.
210.
Mm.
That's the kind of team you need to play on a Kolkata
Yes,
pitch.
agree. I think David Weiss should be backed. I think, especially with how he's playing in franchise cricket. I think yes, first match he might have failed, but I think you have to give a consistent run to David Weiss. Ritam, your thoughts about David Weiss? Should he be backed?
We need to see more matches. Honestly, one match though is not enough to be judged or judge a player. So I feel, yeah, we should back him next, and let's see if he performs or not. If he performs, then he's going to be in the playing 11. Otherwise, don't know.
All right, guys. Let's go to the RR versus RCB match.
Isa
RCB.
Lakap
Go green,
Hamse.
go green.
Hey, shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
All right, let's talk about this match. The green jersey finally worked for RCB today. They managed to win with that was
Wow,
today.
wow, Virat Kohli, chocolate,
अबे
Kingdom
अबे अबे अबे
Kohli,
अबे
yeah!
अबे 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 रुक जा भाई रुक जा.
All right, Madhur, let's come to you.
अरे
Coca-Cola.
Madhur,
don't say.
first ball duck
E
right
Sala
now.
Cup नहीं.
See, wait, Pawan, wait. See the comment box once.
Avinesh here says, why they're considering Sunil Narayan as open. We already
Arey
discussed about
bro, Roy was injured today. Roy was injured. He was having some muscle problems, so he came later on. Therefore, Naren was played as opener, and also to take the advantage of the power plays. Yeah.
Yeah, let's come to Kunal.
Kunal joining us. Yes, let's talk about RCB versus Rajasthan right now. Madhur, 12 for 2. Virat Kohli failing twice right now. On April 23rd, last year was the first ball duck. This year also first ball duck. So your thoughts? Kohli 23rd April, unlucky day for him.
Unlucky day not for him because his team won today's game, and we saw yesterday the previous game against the Punjabi
We're
captain.
not talking about RCB, we're talking about him. Him, not
But how about
RCB.
him? We're not talking about the result first.
He will fire. He will fire in the next game. KKR against KKR. He will hitting.
Hmm.
Uh,
All right. Yes, but anyways, Madhur, your thoughts about Faf and Maxwell, especially Maxwell's knock was very crucial for them to get
Uh,
to
previous,
180
previous,
today. Played brilliantly.
previously,
Huh?
let's bring
Yes.
memories when we say that RCB is nothing without Kohli and AB de Villiers. So now we can say RCB is nothing without Kohli, Maxwell, and Fab du Plessis.
And Siraj.
Because all, yeah, yeah, I'm talking about the batting because in the batting these three players will shine, and then their middle order, lower order will choke.
Hmm. Agreed.
If these
Yeah,
three players get out in 20 in any game, then the team will not score till the 100.
hmm, I agree. All right, we got Kunal alongside us. Kunal, your thoughts, especially the way where RR got wrong. Especially, I mean, RR got the too early because they could have capitalized that, but they couldn't prevent to get out Faf du Plessis and Glenn Maxwell out. And you saw, no, the rest of the batters failed. And it was because of du Plessis and Maxwell, that partnership actually that enabled RCB to beat RR today. So, your thoughts?
Actually, Rajasthan Royals miss Butler in this chase because when you go as the big wicket of Josh Butler, then pressure is always there. But very good batting from Yashasvi Jaiswal and Devdutt Padikkal. But what they need to just need one more batsman at the end so that they can complete the match. Ashwin tried their best, but that was very good bowling from Harshal Patel. In this season, first time I will say that Harshal Patel has done good for RCB at the
Hmm.
end.
Agree. Hmm.
I
Yes,
think
I agree,
the
especially in
game
the
changed.
final.
I think they had the batting depth, right?
Yeah.
But one problem they had was Hetmeyer. He ate up 9 balls and he only scored 3 runs.
Hmm.
And a situation where RR was at 10 of 3, that could have changed to RR maybe 4 in 1, 3 in 1.
Yes.
Right? If Hetmeyer at least scored one big shot, the result would have changed.
Hmm.
But
Uh,
Hetmeyer, he ate up a lot of balls and he scored nothing. So
but coming to Rhythm, Jason Holt, I think is not performing. Also, I think not picking up because I think with the batters
Why,
with
so what are you doing? Why are you moving?
hey,
What the
brother.
hell?
now what is
Hey,
this?
hey.
Now you're
I'm,
interrupting here.
what the hell?
Let's talk about
Huh.
Jason Holder because 0 for 32 today, 4 overs with the batters in previous matches not contributing.
Hmm.
What can be the solution here for RR,
By the
especially
way,
because Holder not playing?
one thing, I just forgot one thing. Who was the last batsman to come today in the Rajasthan Royals?
Abdul Basit.
It's a new
Abdul
guy,
Basit.
man. It's a kid.
You could
It's
have
Abdul
seen the
Basit.
experience Jason Holter before that, honestly. If there would have been chance.
Yeah,
Holder, we know he can hit the big ones, but I was surprised at this that he was sending an impact player and a new debut player at that time instead of sending an experienced and well-edged Jason Holter. And also talking about the bowling, yes, he's not picking up the wickets, so even if you want to replace him, the whom you can replace. Give me the options. Joe Root can be the option, but he's only doing a part-time spin option. Jason Holder, I think
Donovan Ferreira. Donovan Ferreira.
Donovan Ferreira. Uh,
Riyan Parag.
no. Okay, yeah.
No. Keep him for YouTube. Keep him for YouTube. We saw no that video what he did with Sangha and Malinga. That he's good for
What
presenting
did he
videos.
What
do?
did he do? Huh? I
He's
don't know.
good for presenting videos. No, in RR, this guy who Riam Parag was a presenter at time and then interviewed. I mean, did something with the head coach
What?
that day. So yeah. Check their YouTube channel. Rajasthan Royals. Riam Parag is presenting right now for RR. Anyways, coming back. Anyways, Rohan here says Willie Spell is underrated. Yes. Coming to Madhur, your thoughts about
Honestly,
Willie Spell today?
one thing. In RCB batting also, if you see, Willie has been demoted to number 9. That was the biggest shock of the day. Bowlers were sent before him, but Willie was being sent at number 9. I was shocked at this.
So you are thinking that he should bet above Hasarang and
He should have
all
batted
that.
above Hasananga. Above Hasananga, let me say. Above Hasananga. Hasananga is doing nothing on the batting right now. If you see.
Asalanka? Who's Asalanka?
Above
Asalanka,
Hasaranga. I said
not Asalanka.
Hasaranga. I said
Yes,
Hasaranga.
Hasananga is okay. I'm not saying Hasananga. I'm saying
we said
Hasananga.
Asalanka. We said Asalanka.
Above. What the hell?
Dipan Shia says they aren't giving him the chance only. Poor strategy from Sangha. Don't see any thinking of Sanju behind that decision.
Which is
What are your thoughts on this?
I think he's talking about the impact player and the
Acha,
holder
acha,
situation,
acha.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Suna.
I think obviously when you have someone who's that
Etam
experienced
ka
and
katega tu.
who has the experience of finishing
Hmm.
games, he finished games for Sunrisers Hyderabad as well when Kane Williamson was his deputy,
Yes.
right? He did that. So Holder has that experience. He was the captain of West Indies and he finished off games for them as
Mm,
well in the previous
mm,
years. So instead of that, you bring in a new guy, a young guy who hasn't even made a mark in IPL, who hasn't made a debut in IPL just yet. You bring him in a situation where it's 10 off 2, it just didn't make sense right there.
mm.
So you could have gotten in Holder, and maybe you wouldn't have won. Forget about the win, but maybe you would have won with a better margin.
Hmm.
Like maybe like a 1 run, 2 run loss, but not like a 7, 8 run loss.
Agree.
At least you can think of
Hmm.
it that way.
I think rare failures today from Hetmaya and Butler coming to Kunal. I think, yeah, Padikal again stepped up. That was good to see both Jaiswal and Padikal stepping up. But rare failures from Butler and Hetmaya, I think, caused them to lose. And Drew Jewel did what he can. I think he played a good knock, but
Okay,
just
guys, one question.
yeah.
How many years will take to be the one second? How
But
many years to take for Rian products to eat?
Rian
Huh?
Parak too.
To eat 4 6s in
Yeah.
an over.
Oh,
How many years it will take?
Oh,
How many years it will take?
we
Don't
will
know.
die by that time, bro.
5 years. 5 years or something,
huh?
probably.
You have hopes? You have hopes? Uh-huh.
For me,
Yeah,
I have hopes. I
Uh-huh.
have hopes for Parag. I said 5+ years for him. I
that
don't
means
think he
you
should
are
come
having
to
hopes.
cricket.
That means you are having hopes.
He should leave Rajasthan first of all. Then he'll get
Please,
Yes,
hopes.
yes.
no one, no team will take you. I can
And
guarantee
go
that.
to Delhi Capitals. Go to
No
Delhi.
need,
Ah.
no need to go to Delhi. No need to go to Delhi. Go to some other franchise.
Go to Sunrisers
Better,
Hyderabad.
Yes,
better,
They
better,
need.
Okay, we'll
he'll back.
accept it.
He'll back.
We'll accept
better,
it.
better to
We
go
are
in
that
MI.
kind of
Hyderabad,
Better
franchise.
to
every
go in
We are
youngster is
MI.
that
performing.
kind of
In Hyderabad,
Parag,
every youngster is
he'll perform
performing.
in Hyderabad very well. He'll perform well in
MI,
Hyderabad.
MI is good. If 16 crores is performing, 15 crores is performing, then
They're performing though. They're
18
performing.
crores
They're doing
performing.
good.
bring
No need to worry
bring
on that.
bring Rian
18,
Parag in
18
20
crores is
crores.
also
Take
performing,
Rian Parag
Raju.
in 20 crores and
Uh,
bring him the best player in this world.
All right, all right.
But see, Sam Curran for 18 crores is also doing
Hmm.
well. He captained his
Yeah.
second game and he won his second game as well.
Yes,
He won 2 games as
agree,
captain.
agree.
That's impressive.
Sam
Yeah.
Curran is doing good. Cameron Green, oh, I will say above average. Cameron Green has performed in the last few matches. I will say he's doing good at the last.
Hmm.
And Harry Brooks century. Harry Brooks
Harry,
Harry
century.
Brook.
I don't what something to what happened.
That's it.
One knock.
Only one century rest match flop. What the hell?
One knock.
Okay,
Ben
he
Stokes
at
is out
least
of this
won us
limit.
a game, right?
Hmm?
Yes, but
Ben
Kunal
Stokes is
couldn't keep
now out in
Butler
this
and
limit.
Ben Stokes the biggest flop.
all right, guys. Coming back, Josh Butler and Hetmaya failure, but others stepped up. Kunal, your thoughts, especially. I mean, others could have taken responsibility. Yeah, Butler and Hetmaya can't say much because they've had contributed this season, but others really stepped up. That's good to see. But Sanju could have done a bit better. I mean, especially this chase. He's captain right now, could have done much better. But you have to give credits to Harshal Patel also. I mean, first time
Yes.
Harsha Patel has performed in the IPL. Didn't expect this, but he somehow performed. So, your thoughts on that?
I think RCB need to do same in every match. Bring Harshal Patel as an impact player. Will definitely work for them.
Mm.
Like we see today. And I think so for Rajasthan. I think what they need to do, they just to pick such batsmen like Jason Holder. I think Jason Holder is a good hitter, but why don't they are using in up of the order when you are in such situation when you're getting maximum number of wickets? Even just uh, Josh Butler goes out of duck, and then there was one partnership, but Sanju Samson not contributing. I was very shocking that why Jason Holder was not giving much time. Same into KKR into CSK match also. I also expecting that Russell will step up early and will try to finish the match, but
Yes, agree.
this is not happening. They are
Mm.
not trusting in West Indies batsmen.
Rohan, he says if he bowls, he will get hit consecutive sixes, not hits for Rian Parag. Yes.
Rayan Parag.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So good win for RCB. Anyways, I mean green jersey. I think that streak finally ends. All right, let's talk about SRH versus DC tomorrow
Exactly.
preview. So let's come into that now tomorrow. Let's
Yes.
come to Madhur. Madhur, any changes can we expect from Delhi Capitals tomorrow? Especially after that win against KKR. Can we see Rosuo back in the playing
No,
level?
no, no,
So
Pawan,
no.
Pavel
Pawan,
back.
Pawan, Pawan. Can you show me Delhi Capitals last game lineup?
Yes,
Just share it.
sure. All right. I'm just give me a second.
Yeah,
Yes.
I will tell you line by line.
Okay, okay, Kunal, you tell.
I can't remember, man. I need to see it.
Yes, wait, give me a second.
Yeah.
All right, so I think the last playing They played against KKR, right? Yeah. So I think
Pav-
Warner and
रितम गया क्या?
Huh?
Pavan, I am expecting that now it is end for
here it
Prithvi
is.
Shaw.
Warner, Shaw, Mittelmarsh, Phil Salt, Manish Pandey, Akshay Patel, Aman
उतना
Khan,
मत लगा
Ravichandran,
धोनी के
Mukesh
फेस
Kumar,
के ऊपर कुणाल.
Bhuvan Amre.
Who was the impact player?
The impact player was Shaw once again.
Oh, he was. Okay. And who was out? Kunal?
I think it was who was it out? I can't remember. Oh,
Take the
Ishant
bowler.
Sharma.
Ah, Ishan
Ishant
Sharma.
Sharma.
Nishant.
A very good spell from Ishant Sharma. Me and Pavan always discussing this thing. Bring Ishant Sharma, bring Salt. Definitely things will change, and finally Delhi gets the first win of the tournament.
Not you
Right,
and
Pavan?
Pawan, you, Pawan and Madhur. We
Yes, yes. Madhur also said.
all
Madhur also said long time back. Yeah. Dipansh here says Delhi Capitals fan here says please throw Shaw out, please. Yes, I do agree with that. Six failures right now coming to Varun. Six failures. Now is it time to actually put Shaw out and bring in Phil Salt to open tomorrow because we need a change in that opening pair. I think Warner did show some promises in the last match. That's good to see. At least he's trying to accelerate at around 140, 150 strike rate, but Shaw isn't doing anything right now. So your thoughts, Varun?
How many points you have on the table right now? Two. How many times did he perform for you? None. So obviously you have to remove him.
Hmm.
It's the same situation with KKR, right? If you don't have a good opening stand, this team or any team isn't going to go
Yeah.
anywhere. You need a good partnership right at the start to get a foundation to go big at the end as
Hmm.
well.
Yes.
And that's Prithvi Shaw is not giving that right now. Phil Salt can just give him the chance. If he failed those
हाँ
many
वो
times,
ठीक है
if
ना
Phil
मुझे.
Salt fails 2 times, it doesn't matter because it's already been failing for a very long time. So just give him chances. He's a new player in the IPL circuit.
Hmm.
And he's an overseas player and he's your wicket keeper as well. So you can take him
All
out.
right.
So try him.
Yes.
There is no issue in trying him. And the reason Warner wasn't performing in the previous matches as well is because Prithvi Shaw failed, the middle order failed, and only Aksar Patel was
Hmm.
performing. David Warner, he could not find the gaps first of all, and even if he did, he was not looking to go big, but he was just trying to rotate the
Hmm.
strike. Because if he goes big, it's a big risk,
Yes.
right? He can get out, and he doesn't want that. He's a captain leading from the front, and he was doing that,
Great.
but we did not see it in that kind of perspective. The team was crumbling in front of him, and he just stays there playing with a strike rate of 100 to 110.
Great.
And that's what you need. If you at least need to get a target above 120, he's the man who needs to be there. And that's what he was doing. Unfortunately, there were a lot of losses, but that's all based on how the team was performing, right? So
All right. Madhur, let's come to you. Thoughts on Priyam the Gag as replacement of Kamlesh Nagagoti? Do you think Priyam Gag will get a chance for DC? Is another ex SRH player coming in? I don't know how many ex SRH players we have now. Five or six, I think, right now. I think there could be SRH ex playing 11 also very soon, I think, for
In place
DC.
in place of in place of Lalit Yadav, I think.
You think Priyam Gag will get a
No,
chance?
but Lalit Yadav can give you that spin option, which is good in Hyderabad.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, what? Yeah. What, man?
But yeah, Madhur, your thoughts?
Go. I'm going with the same 11.
Hmm.
Okay.
All right. Dipansh here says,
And
let Warner.
Warner to perform tomorrow because it's like a UZ connection with Chinnaswamy as Warner connection to Rajiv Gandhi.
Let Warner bat alone if they don't have an alternate option. Kunal, yeah,
Ah,
I agree with
see,
this.
one player, the whole XI, let him get all the 10 wickets. Enough.
I think impact play. I don't think they need to bring Shaw tomorrow. I feel maybe a Safras. So even yeah, sure. I mean mostly Safras can bat at number three. I'll promote Phil Salt to open with Vaughan. I don't think they need to change the playing 11. But they played in the previous match. They can play that. The impact play only they
even
need to change.
Yeah,
And
last time Warner played a very good inning against SRH and 92 not out.
yes, yes, that's what. Yeah, last season. Yes. Let's come to
I predicted before the mega auction. It goes
good
correct.
choice here from Gaurav. Aman Khan needs to be replaced by Gag, not Gag. I would feel maybe someone else. Kunal, coming to you, Aman Khan hasn't been stepping up. I think he is a issue right now for Delhi. I forgot about Aman Khan completely with the way that he's performing. So thoughts on that, Kunal? Aman Khan, Mukesh Kumar, these two players, what can happen? I mean, if Khalil's fit, definitely Khalil's replacing Mukesh Kumar. There is no doubt about that in the playing 11. If Khalil Ahmad is fit, but I think right now he's having hamstring injury, if I'm not mistaken. So that's the issue.
Yeah, it's okay if you replace Aman Khan or not. It is upon depend upon situation. If you need uh, one more batsman in a middle order, it sometimes happens when your top order collapse. In every match, we see that Delhi Capitals batting is an issue. Yes, we can use PM Garg. I think so, around third or fourth position maybe. But
Mm,
for Delhi Capitals balance, I think so. You can use with Warner, maybe Salt or Michel Marsh. Why Michel Marsh? Because I am quite impressed with the innings recently against Australia. Australia versus India in Chennai. We see how Michel Marsh was opening for Australia. So this might be work for them, and Philip Salt can bat at number four also. We see in England also. But yes, if you want best of the Philip Salt, that you have to open with him. And third number goes to Michel Marsh, then Manish Pandey. After that, Akshar Patel, because Akshar Patel should not be go lower down the order. And after that, you can use Priyam Garg
mm.
if you want him.
Dipansh here says, feel Abhishek Porel should get a look into 11 again. Madhur, your thoughts?
No, no.
Yeah,
No.
yes, I also agree. I also don't think it feels salt if he's wicket keeping. I don't agree with that.
Yeah,
Okay,
guys.
let's.
A question as Bumrah is not available. So if that Ishan Sharma will perform good in upcoming matches, so he gets a chance in the final.
Final of which?
Final of what?
Yes.
WTC? World
Oh,
Test
wow.
Championship. So this is
Yeah.
2020 cricket. Now, how can you judge now 2020 cricket performance to Test cricket performance now? And
No,
Nishan
bro.
Sharma, who knows how many overs he
No,
can
bro.
bowl now?
Country comes first.
Indian bowling lineup is fixed. We have
Yes, I don't
Siraj,
think
Shami, and I think so one more bowler.
They wouldn't experience, sorry, they wouldn't change their lineup based on an IPL performance.
agree.
It's a test side and they're going into the finals, right?
Yeah.
They wouldn't change their lineup that they're already persisted to from the last 2 3 months of their test playing career. So
Yes.
I don't think Ishant will come in.
Agreed. Let's come to SRH now. Varun, I think Harry Brook, is it time actually for him to bat in the middle order? Because the way that SRH, I mean, Mayank was batting in the middle order last time, I was surprised because, I mean, Abhishek, yes, he did some justice opening, but come on, I mean, now it's time. I mean, Abhishek was injured in the initial phase, and that's why they brought in Harry Brook to open now 100. After that 100, he's not performing last 2 3 matches. Don't you think Harry Brook should bat at number 5 again, or even number 3, and let Abhishek Sharma and Mayank Agrawal to open? So your thoughts on that?
See, if you're gonna keep, I don't want to see Mayank Agarwal at 5 or 6. If you want to not make him open, play him at 3 and put Rahul Tripathi at 5 or 6. That's the only option I'll give you. I won't like any of those options, but if you had to, change Mayank Agarwal's position, I would put him at 3 and Rahul Tripathi at 5 or 6 because he also has the experience. Rahul Tripathi, he knows how to finish off games. I think we saw that against KKR versus Delhi. I think it was the semis or something
Mm,
in 2021, if you
yes.
remember.
Mm,
Semi,
So
semi.
yeah, Rahul Tripathi can finish. He can give you a good stand at the end if he comes in at 5 or 6. And Mayank Agarwal, he also has a good record at playing at number 3, and that's still in the top order, right?
yeah.
He's not gonna come in the middle order against the kind of bowlers which he doesn't really like to prefer, the spinners. He
Agree.
still comes in when there's a good pace attack.
Yeah. Agree.
So I would like to see him at 3,
Mm,
if it's possible.
yeah.
And obviously, I think I would like to see Brook at 5 again. I think that is his natural position. I think he said in the KKR post match presentation, SRH versus KKR,
Uh,
he
yes.
likes playing at 5. He got his fame playing at 5, but he would like to play wherever the team wishes, uh, wherever they want him to
Yeah.
play. I don't think that was he didn't really have that much of an interest playing in the opening spot. Just listening to that
Mm,
statement, he loves playing at number
agree.
5. So, if that's his natural position and if he feels much more confident playing at number 5, I would put him there. But again, with that kind of player, with that kind of caliber of a player, bringing him up at the top, making him face a lot more balls is better for the team. And since he loves to play against pace, right? And if you play at 5 or 6 where the spinners come in,
mm.
he won't have much time to accelerate again, because if the paces come in the power play, he accelerates from the first ball itself. So again, it's all up to the management. I would like to see him at 5, jo- based on the reason that Harry Brook likes to play at 5 and he's more comfortable at 5. That's it.
Yeah, sorry for that. Yes. All right. Come. Okay. Do you see any changes, Varun, for SRH tomorrow?
So let's see the lineup. Right. I think Abhishek Sharma, Harry Brook, Tripathi, Markram, Mayank, Klassen, and you get who? Sundar, Bhuvi, Malik, Markande. I think Dagger is gonna keep his place as an impact player.
Marco Jansen, will
He
he
might
play
just come in for
tomorrow? Marco Jansen.
Marco Jansen. I forgot about him. Marco Jansen. Yes, yes. So another thing is, it's raining in Hyderabad. I think it stopped raining, but it was raining for the past two
Yeah.
days. So that's gonna help the team winning the toss, and they have to choose to bat
Mm.
first. Sorry, no, bowl first.
Yes.
Sorry, bowl
Yes.
first. And I think that's this kind of same situation which happened with SRH versus PBKS. You can see a similar sort of total being posted on the board tomorrow.
Mm.
You can see around 135, 140, 150 kind of total. So whoever wins the toss, they should bowl first, and whoever bats second wins the game.
Mm. Interesting. Yes. I think Marco Jansen. I would like to see Adil Rashid back in the team. I mean, I know this guy. I mean, Markand is doing well right now, but I mean, either a Faruqi or even I mean a fast ball if it's assisting fast bowling, and then either if it's for spin, Adil Rashid can come into play. I think, yeah, I know Marco Jansen has that surprising factor with the bounce, especially can trouble batters in the opening overs. But recently, I think Jansen hasn't made much of impact, so I would like to.
It was just the last game. It was just the last
Hmm,
game. But I think with Marco Jansen, as you said, oh, he has the bounce, and that's necessary in Hyderabad because he has the height and he has the bounce. And Ishan Sharma is going to succeed in Hyderabad if he plays tomorrow
yeah.
because of his height and
Hmm,
bounce, and that's needed in
hmm,
Hyderabad. If you see, I think who was a Baron Ruff, I think, who got Brooks' wicket.
yes.
You can see that unexpected bouncer coming in and he goes straight up into the air, and I think that's gonna be majority of the deliveries where Marco Jansen is gonna try and deliver. So is Ishant Sharma. So I think those both for their respective teams are gonna be
Hmm.
necessary.
Yes, all right. Let's go to predictions right now. Most runs, most wickets for both the teams. Man of the match, and it's not needed to tell who's going to win because I know who I'm going to support. So,
Yeah.
yes. All right, let's go with yeah, most runs, most wickets for both the teams. Yeah,
Most runs for SRH, it's gonna be Rahul Tripathi. I think he has a good record against the Delhi Capitals bowlers.
yeah,
So I'm just gonna go with Tripathi. And for wickets in the SRH's arena, I'm gonna go with Markande. He has a good record in Hyderabad, so one reason for that. For Delhi Capitals, I'm gonna go with David Warner. He has experience in Hyderabad,
yeah.
right? And he's looking in good touch as well. Even if he doesn't get a humongous strike rate, we're talking about the runs perspective, and I think David Warner is gonna get the
Hmm.
runs. And in the wickets column, I think it's gonna be a left arm spinner. It's either gonna be Kuldeep Yadav or Akshar Patel, because of the kind of dominant right hand batting lineup that we have. Right, I think a left arm spinner can really help Delhi Capitals dismantle their lineup.
Agree. What are going to be the key matchups tomorrow, according to SRH versus DC tomorrow?
So it's gonna be David Warner versus Bhuvneshwar Kumar, and if Prithvi Shaw plays Prithvi Shaw versus Bhuvneshwar Kumar, that's gonna be a big matchup. David Warner versus the right hand off spinners like
Okay.
Washington
Yeah,
Sundar. Who else? I forgot this one, man.
Manish Pandey.
I think if Riley Russo against Markande against the wrist
Hmm.
spinners. I think most of the Delhi Capital players against wrist spinners like Manish Pandey. If Priyam Garg plays Priyam Garg, Lalit Yadav, Roman Powell, Mitchell Marsh. I think these kind of players they're gonna have a rough time playing against wrist spinners
Yeah.
in on the pitch.
Dipanshu says he's Aksha fit. He had a groin issue. Yes, but Hopefully he is. We don't know about the update of Aksha Patel. Hope he is tomorrow. But if he isn't, then that is a bit of a concern for Delhi. Yeah, then we'll probably have to opt for, who do we have for him? Let's see, show that.
Ripple Patel?
Yeah, maybe a Ripal, yes, could be a good option. I think even maybe Praveen Dubey could be brought in. I'm not sure about his batting abilities, but I
Yeah.
think probably they could bring in impact play. I think for that, in case if Akshat not with.
If Aksar's not there, it's gonna be a big blow
Hmm,
to Delhi
agree.
Capitals. It's gonna be a huge one
I
again,
agree.
especially against this
I
side.
agree. Yeah, I hope Akshay is fit tomorrow. So let's see. I think there is Vicky Oswald also. If in case they could hand him a debut,
Yeah.
if possible, only for the bowling and bring him as an impact player, that could be possible. Especially with SRH having a lot of right-handers, as Varun said. So left arm spinner like Kuldeep and Aksha will help. Yeah, for me also, I think most runs tomorrow, SRH, I'm banking on Markram to perform tomorrow. So I think Markram, hopefully he'll
Mhm.
perform. And then most wickets, I'm going with um maybe Umran Malik. And then Delhi Capitals, most runs, yes, definitely Warner, because he has the experience in Hyderabad. He's performed well in Hyderabad against SRH. Also, he has a good record. And then most wickets, I'm going with Kuldeep. Hope Kuldeep delivers
Okay.
tomorrow. And the way that he's performing right now, last two matches, really impressive with Kuldeep against RCB and last match against KKR. So I hope he continues that form. And hopefully, Aksha Patel also gets fit tomorrow. And yeah, let's hope for the best tomorrow with both the games. Yes, we are hoping Delhi Capitals win tomorrow. I mean, even Varun will hope that SRH is winning tomorrow. Looking at the points table, Varun, really interesting right now. I think 5 teams with 8 points. CSK went with 10 points today. Looking like the closest
Yeah.
IPL ever. Varun, seeing the points table right now, looking really tight, especially if we win
Yeah,
tomorrow.
so if I think if Delhi Capitals also gets the win tomorrow, it's gonna get even more interesting because then you have three teams at four, and then five teams at eight. So it's gonna be a good competition, and it's still halfway through the tournament.
Yeah.
Anything can happen.
Hmm.
It's not an eight-team tournament anymore. Let's not forget that,
Yes.
right? So every team is gonna look more stronger than ever, more hungrier than ever if they're in the bottom.
Hmm.
If they're in the bottom six.
Hmm.
So it's going to be an interesting challenge going on in the next 30-35 games.
Yes, I agree. So, yeah, I mean, CSK looking really good right now. First being after being ninth last season, the way that they've rise so far. RCB got a crucial victory, and I mean, Rajasthan could have got that win, but they couldn't, unfortunately. So, let's see how tomorrow rolls. So, thank you so much, Varun, for joining. We'll conclude over there. And yeah, good wins for CSK and RCB today. And tomorrow, let's come again at the same time with at 11:30 with the review of DC versus SRH. So yeah, do subscribe to the Sports Breakdown Sport Week, like, comment, and share. And yeah, let's hoping for the best tomorrow. SRH versus DC. Let's see who gets the win. So thank you guys, and see you in the next video.
Thank you.